Around a week and a half ago, I made a unboxing video of this electric skateboard, and today I'd like to give a short review of what I think about it. As a quick background, this is my first electric skateboard, so that my experiences that I did experience is from a beginner. Starting by looking at the design of the board, it is a small board that measures at 28 inches long and 8 inches wide. This small size does make carrying it around a lot easier, including the board having a handle, and the size of the board does fit in my backpack without a special strap or anything. Though the advantages from the compact size of the board is good, but it also has a lot of disadvantages because of the short size. The main disadvantage is the ride quality. The short deck and probably the material used does not give the board much of any flex, as well as the wheels. The wheels do feel kind of soft with my hands, but in terms of ride quality, I don't really notice the comfort. It's probably a combination of both the stiff deck and the wheels that makes the ride not so comfortable. An example of this is when riding over stone ground, every single gap between each piece of stone, you can feel each one, as well as any cracks in the sidewalks. You feel each crack in the sidewalk in your ride. The worst is when you ride over asphalt that's just not perfectly smooth. The vibrations will make your feet feel numb and you don't want to keep riding anymore. When the road is smooth, the ride is great and handles very nicely. As mentioned before, this is my first electric skateboard, and I did find the learning curve to be very easy. One of the hardest parts for me to learn was to use the brakes. When you push down the brakes a little, there's not much, and after a certain point, it feels like it's all the brakes. So you have to be ready to lean back to not fall forward. The range and top speed was decent for me since I do weigh 130 pounds. The rated range is 6 miles, and on a ride that ended off with 2 bars, sometimes go back to 1 bar, 6.5 kilometers. So I can guess that if it's drained empty, it's gonna be around 9 kilometers of range, so close to 6 miles. The top speed I did get from the board was 22 kilometers an hour, which is kind of surprising for a cheap single motor board. One issue that I started to get after my first ride was that the motor started making a small clicking noise when running it. I don't notice any difference in the ride, but it does make an annoying sound. I've ran out of video clips, so you're gonna see some of the unboxing again. Now I'll give my final thoughts and who should get this board. This board does well for short distances such as the last mile and riding on decent sidewalks, smooth roads, or bike paths. But the bad part about this board is the harsh ride quality on less than ideal surfaces and the fairly low top speed and poor hill climb abilities. I believe this board is great for beginners considering the low power levels won't throw you off the board from the crazy acceleration and you won't be going super fast. Also, with the low price of $200 Canadian, this is a great board to get started into the electric skateboarding hobby. As you might have saw in one of the earlier clips, I now also own a Backfire G3 electric skateboard. The reason why I did get it was the amount of fun that I had on this electric skateboard. It made me look into getting an upgrade, but the Backfire G3 is much larger and much less portable than this board, so they have their own purposes. If you're interested in getting this board, you can probably find it in many places online. Any mini skateboard that has a handle, single motor, and looks generally the same is probably the same board but rebranded. I hope you found this short video informative about this board, and thanks for watching.